Okay, it says I'm live, but I'm not seeing anything yet. Okay, cool. I think I am live this time. It kind of just instantly goes live. I didn't know it just instantly goes live. So, yeah. Hi, I am Chris Jackson from actionqa.com. Welcome to a weekly live stream. I answer questions from students in my Udemy courses. I experiment with different testing technologies. Right now it's been mainly Nightwatch. I think I might jump into other things soon. I'm starting to pick up Cypress, and I want to get back into Python. So I might be doing some stuff in Python. I'd like to learn the robot framework, so I feel that might be coming up soon. So yeah, right now I'm gonna answer a question. There was one question about embeds on from a student. So let me pull this question up. Give me a second. I should be better prepared, but today has gotten away from me. As you can see, it's 8:48, and usually I'm supposed to start my stream at 8, so I'm 48 minutes late right now. Man, just some days, you know, life gets away from you, but it's all good. It's all good. All right, so let's see. Where was that question? It's Q&A, I think. Okay. This is, I'm probably going to butcher your name. I apologize. This is from Gurpreet Singh. He's asking, can a WebDriver test input control in an embed element? And he gave a little sample here. So I'm going to try to set this up. I know I can do this with iframes. Just to kind of give you an overview of how like embeds and iframes and all that good stuff works. There's like stuff you can embed into a page. So you can embed an iframe, or you can embed using the embed tag or the iframe tag. And for Nightwatch, what you do is there's like the parent window, the parent context. So that's like the main page. And then in order to get to that iframe, or iframe at least, you have to switch frames. So you switch to this context, this frame, and then you can manipulate what's inside that frame. So I'm going under the assumption that embeds work the same way as iframes, but I could be entirely wrong, completely wrong. In that case, I don't know. I will see if I can come up with another answer some other way. But if that doesn't work, I don't know how to make it work. It takes more research on my part. Yeah, so anyway, if you have any other questions during this, feel free to go to the live chat here for YouTube and get some questions. I'll keep trying to remind myself to look back and see who has questions or not. But right now, I'm going to try to... One, I haven't created an embed in years. Like, that's stuff I did like back in the MySpace days. We used to embed things, and like also in my websites back in the old school days, I embedded like MP3 players and music players and all that stuff. I had a band and we always did that stuff, so I had embeds everywhere. That's just how everything was done back in the day. But lately I have not seen a lot of embeds. I'm sure it's there, I just haven't seen a lot of it. I think a lot of it now is like you just import some JavaScript and it renders stuff into your page. But drinking my tea. This is kind of like chai tea without the black tea because it's getting late, but the stuff tastes so good. I forgot the name of it, some celestial seasoning something. But cool. I'm gonna fire this thing up, fire up some stuff. I'm gonna switch over here to the desktop. Oh sorry, before I jump into it, I got a self-promote real quick. So self-promotion first. I gotta remember to do that. So let me switch over here to the desktop. Okay. So yeah, please go to my website, actionqa.com. Over here is a little subscribe form. Please just sign up there. I'm just starting to send out weekly emails and trying to figure out like cool stuff I can offer people. So it's going to be like, hey, you know, notifications like, hey, I'm having the weekly live QA, so you get a reminder there. But I'm also going to start adding in promotions for my Udemy courses, and I don't know, whatever other things I can think of to offer you to like help out. I don't know if maybe some quick tips or something like that. I don't know. I'm still playing around with the idea. I'd love to hear your feedback, but yeah, if you go here, sign up. I'd love to see you sign up to that list, and I'd love to try to not spam you too much. Also, if you go over here on Udemy, I got 2 courses for you. I got a free one right here called Nightwatch.js Quick Start Guide. So it's like a 1-hour thing to get you up and running with Nightwatch really quick. And also have kind of the next step up is the web automation testing for beginners using Nightwatch.js. And that's kind of takes what you learn in this quick start guide and then goes deeper into that, but it's still beginner level. Currently, I'm also working on a more in-depth course that goes and gets into the more complex stuff of Nightwatch. That's going to be a bigger course. It's going to take me a while to get through it. So hopefully by the end of the year, I have this new course up and done for you. I was thinking I'd get it done faster, but then I realized how much content I need to put in that course. That course is going to be a monster. But right now, these 2 courses. Sign up to my list. I'm going to try to give out promotions for these courses. So $19.99, you might be able to get it for cheaper if you sign up to my list. I usually have some promo code for you. And that's it for the self-promotion. Let me now get to opening up some stuff. So I'm going to create like a little cheesy web page. So what is this? Yeah. All right. What is this? Custom asserts. I think I was playing with this stuff last time. I got my YouTube stuff here. I'm going to create a new HTML page. Embeds.html. So in here, was it doc type HTML? And then there is HTML. Whoops. Oh my god. Stop. Okay. What is happening? And HTML. Okay. And get some body going on here. Cool. So in here, I think there's going to be an embed. And I got to remember how to do all the embed stuff. But I think I'm going to take another page I have. What is this page? Embed, locator, It's present. Actually, I have another, how about this one? Simpleform.html. I think I'm going to see if this will work. And copy this relative path. So right now I'm just trying to put together a simple embed. I think you do like source equals and then sure, maybe this will work. I don't know. Embed. Is that what you have to do? I don't know. How do you put together an embed? What did that student send? Not Q&A. Groupreet. Is that embed? Oh, and he says there's the input. Okay. Nah, because you're bringing in a source page and you're probably not going to have an input type within the embed. I don't think this is a reality here. So an embed is going to be pulling stuff from an entirely different web page. So you're not going to be having an input type within the embed. But I think what his question is like, oh, can I like access like an input from there? So I think this other web page I have has an input. Let me see how this copy path. I'm going to open this up in my browser here. Probably open up a new incognito browser. There we go. It doesn't like that. All right, so I think I need to get the absolute path of this. So let me get the absolute path of the simple form. I'll copy the path. And then go back to this embeds, source equals. Does that even work? I don't think that works. let me, I bet if do this, then I do this, then I go back to here, do the source is this, then it will work. All right, go back here, reload this page. There we go. Cool. So what we got here, just to show you the source of what we're doing, I just embedded this form, and it's a cheesy login form that does nothing really. So does it do? Oh, it actually goes to a different page. Cool. Anyway, so this is an embed. I could have also used an iframe, but right now I'm just using an embed. So let me go back here. I'm going to change this embed just to make life easier. I'm going to add an ID here. ID equals, let's see, my embed. That's what I'm going to call it. Cool. So the test should be pretty simple. I'm going to open up my other visual code here. Let's see. New window. File. Recent. I think I had... oh yeah, I got all my live stream stuff here. All this stuff set up. So I'm going to create a new test. Embed.js. Then do the typical Nightwatch stuff. Module.exports equals. The name of the test is going to be I almost had to sneeze there for a second, but I don't know how to mute. Hopefully that muted, because you don't want to hear that. Anyway, so you got the embed here. What am I call this? Use embed is the name of the test. Function, browser. Cool, do that thing. I think that's it. So let's navigate to that page, browser.url. And that URL is from my local thing. So I'm just going to copy this embeds.html I just created. For you, if like there was something on a website, you'd put that website. I think you got that, not too hard to figure out. So what this URL is going to do is navigate to the page. Cool, and now let's look up the API to switch. Because right now, like if we look at the code for this, you'd have to go over to this page, and I think within here you get this pound document and all that. So this is the embedded HTML. And what we want to do, I think, is probably fill out this email and password here. So we want to get to this code inside this embed. And so, you know, I mean, on first, you know, look at this, you're probably like, okay, if I want to put in an email address, you know, you probably want to copy, what is it? Copy selector here and go over to this. Now you probably want to just go, hey, browser dot set value. And, you know, using CSS, we're going to go to that email and we're going to set, what is it? Selector. Wait a minute, set value. Oops. String. Oh, the selector. Email, and then yeah, all right, then we're gonna actually, whatever my email address, foo@bar.com, and you're like, cool, this should work. So I'm gonna put a pause here, browser dot pause for like 5 seconds. I don't even know if we'll hit this because we're probably going to hit an error from that line right above right here, the set value. So what this is doing, going to the page, then I want to set value for this email address right now. So let's see what's going to happen. Let me copy the relative path for this. So it's going to be np x Nightwatch dash e Chrome dash test embed.js. All right, let's see if that works. Launching the page, gets there. Nope, it's like, dude. Oh, using CSS not supported for set value? Really? It's not? Well, that's weird. I guess it by default. Oh, that's really bizarre. I thought, okay, I guess it only takes this selector right here from whatever the default selector is. That's weird. Usually the APIs take like a locator strategy and then the selector, but I guess not set value. Well, let's try this again then. If this just works by itself, I'm going to be amazed. Whoop. Well, crap. I did the wrong thing. Sorry about that. Terminal. Let's clear all this out. Here we go. Launching this. And it's probably going to think about it. And we're probably going to get some type of error message. Yep. No such element error. Because it cannot see this email thing because we're not in the right context. So basically, what Nightwatch is doing, it's like it thinks we're in this body right here, but this embed is like a completely different thing entirely. So, whoops. It is a different web page, and so it's a different context. So basically anything within this, like Nightwatch can't see at all. It's like looking for that email, but there's nothing outside of this embed that says it has an ID of email. So what we have to do is try to switch to this. So let me pull up the website here for Nightwatch and see what that API is. So go down here to the API commands, protocols, location, document handling, getting close. Navigation, window related. Is this it? No, not window protocol frames right here. So what I'm thinking is if I call frame right here, then it should switch to this frame and then be able to reference whatever is inside that embed, because it's basically just switching over to that embedded web page, and then things should work theoretically. So before we do this part, we go here to browser.frame, and I think this one can just be the my embed. That is, you can see that's the ID. And I think you can just reference the ID to get there. So switch frame to my embed. Then the set value should work. So let's see. I will give this a run. I know it'll work for iframes. It's not working. No such frame. So I don't know if it's just because it's an embed, but I'm going to change this code. I'm just going to check something, make sure I'm writing the code right, because I know this stuff works for iframes. So instead of an embed, I'm going to switch this to an iframe. And is that the right way of even writing an iframe? I never do this. Let's see here. I'm just going to refresh this page. All right, there is an iframe, and there's the stuff. Cool. So I wonder if my code will work now. Don't know. No, it did the same thing. So I'm doing something wrong. Okay. So I can switch back. I'm going to keep it iframe right now and see if I can get the iframe to work. So where was that? That was frames. Change focus to another frame on the page. If the frame ID is missing or null, the server should switch to the page's default content. I'm not sure what that means. Frame had the ID. The ID was, oh, maybe I don't use the hashtag. Oh, okay. Maybe if I just put my embed here, and because that is the ID, it's not using a CSS selector. I think that's what it is. Okay, try this one more time. Oh, it did it. You see there? foo@bar.com. Cool. So I switched to an iframe and I did this. So now let's see if that works for an embed. So I need to go change this from an iframe to an embed. Make sure the page renders correctly. Cool, it does. And now I'll rerun my test. No, it does not want to recognize that embed as an iframe, as a frame. So I don't really know how to do that then. So that's kind of a bust on embeds. I did a brief hunt for this before and I didn't see anything obvious. So let me see if there's something else that might help us. Let's see, is setting context? Set the context, current context, and contexts. That's for mobile stuff. That's not going to help us. So frames don't work. Change focus to another frame on the page. Frame ID. String or number. Yeah, I couldn't find it. What is the error? No such element. Oh yeah, so it just was not able to switch to, yeah. Switch to frame protocol action. The specified frame could not be found. No such frame. So let's see if there's an alternative here. So switch to frame for embed. I'm just looking up stuff. What is this? How to handle iframes. I know about iframes. What about embed element? For embed tag. All right, so here's how to do it. The switch to is the Selenium Webdriver way of doing things. So I don't think there's any way to do this without getting into Selenium Webdriver, but I'm not even sure if Selenium Webdriver has a way to switch to an embed tag. Switch to frame, frame element. So it has all of this stuff. Is there anything here that says frame and iframe in Selenium? Frames used to divide a page and iframes used to embed the content. How to locate the elements on side a frame. Switching to another frame. I am not seeing anything about embeds. There might not be an easy solution to this. So embeds. I'm gonna switch to Google search. Maybe it'll give me a better answer. So yeah, this is also how my live streams go. Sometimes I don't know the answer, so I just try to figure it out and see, because apparently whoever's doing this has to do some type of test automation with embeds. So I really want to help them out so they can do that test automation. So I'm going to take this extra time and try to dig into and see what it is. So Selenium embed element. Maybe that's it. Handling contents of embed tag in Selenium Python. Maybe this will give us a clue. It's embed source. Unable to locate element. So this person's able to do the driver switch to frame. But, so I'm kind of amazed that we're not able to do the same thing from Nightwatch. So I wonder if Nightwatch itself is trying to be funky. I got an idea. I'm going to try to use, and I'm going to try to be sneaky here. So I got a Selenium IDE here. Hang on. Let me copy this page. So Selenium IDE, record a new test. Embed, I don't know. Base URL. Oh, it doesn't like that? All right, what's a website with an embed? It doesn't like going to my local file thing. I don't know why. Why wouldn't it like to go to the file? It's legit. Base URL is my file. I think I might need to upload this to my website. Give me one moment here. Or I can find a website with an embed. Maybe HTML embed. W3 Schools, maybe they have an example. Try it yourself. There we go. Run. That's an embed of a pic. All right. Let's see here. Maybe I can do a recording of this. No. Record a new project. Embeds. I spelled that wrong. I don't care. Start recording. So it's going here. It does this. Click. So recorded a click. I am done. How do I stop this? And stop. Click embed. All right, let's see what the code is here that we get. Open, mouse over, mouse out, select frame, and click. So still it's a select frame, but let's see what we get with JavaScript here. Can we? I'll just save this. I don't know what it's doing there, but I'd like to export this out. Export as JavaScript Mocha. Export. And downloads. Click embed.spec. Save. Cool. Cancel. Show in folder. We got here. open with Visual Studio Code. Why not? Okay, so here is this code for using Selenium Webdriver directly. Now I want to see what they're doing. Move to element. Now wait, driver, find element, select, move to element, switch to frame 0. So there's the frame 0. So I wonder if switch to frame 0, just using the number 0 would work. So that's one hint here. So let's maybe try to give it a try. So that's embed, but maybe if we just use 0, it could work. And sorry, the reason I'm doing that, the Selenium stuff, is because Nightwatch is built on top of Selenium. So what I was looking at is Selenium Webdriver code. So if we can't do this with direct Nightwatch, we might be able to do it with Selenium Webdriver. And Selenium Webdriver, you can actually import into Nightwatch now. So right now I'm going to see if this works, just using numbers instead of the ID. So let me run this again. Clear this out and run. No, I think it's really specifically looking for iframes. Yes, that's not working. Okay. So now we have this code. So let me I'm going to copy this and I'm going to create a new test using the Selenium Webdriver code. Got Embed.js, Embed, Selenium. I'll just put Selenium Webdriver Embed SW.js because I hate typing. Got this. Okay, and I think, what do I have to do here? Sorry, I have to always look this up when I'm working on. Haven't done this very often. So this is all an experiment now. So I apologize if this is weird stuff and I'm rambling on and trying to find things. But again, this is kind of like new things that was just released with Nightwatch 1.5. So 1 second while I figure this out. Extending Nightwatch. Using with Selenium Webdriver. I think you have to actually right here. Yeah, this setting start session false. Okay. So what I'm going to do is take this code that I just copy paste from another site, try to make it work with that other code that we saw, or that other page that I have. So, but before you do that, we have to disable Nightwatch from doing its automatic thing and let Selenium Webdriver do its thing. So, just curious, so now if we copy relative path and then kind of do what we were doing before, but instead of paste that relative path for embed sw.js, wonder what happens just running this. Should go to that W3 schools page and try to click on that thing. Ah, move to element is not a function. What's going on? Anywho's, I think I can work around that. So this part gets Chrome, then it quits after the test, but here is the test. So it's going to get, so let's change this get part to the name of, yeah, right here. Let's do this one at a time. I don't know what this code's doing, but I'm just going to comment things out and do it one at a time. And I'm still learning Selenium Webdriver, so I'm going to futz around until I make this work. Whoops, crap, I did the wrong thing. All right, stop. Let's run this again. Should at least take us to that web page. Cool. Took us to the web page and quit. Good. We got this. Sorry, this is like some... I got something plugged in USB-wise that Nightwatch is reading for some reason and not liking. No clue why. Don't know. But I think what I want to do here is switch to this frame. So I don't think I need any of this other stuff. I think I need this code right here. Switch to frame 0. So I wonder if that'll succeed. How do you do pauses? I don't know. Let's run this. Let's just see if that little tiny bit of code right there works. No such frame. So it didn't do it for this. It seemed to work for the last thing, but it didn't work for... I wonder if its frame is 1. Does that work? Loads the page, goes to it, switch to frame. No such frame. And I wonder if it does that... Is it my embed? Is that what I named it? Cannot be a string. So let's go back to using 0 here. Is there some type of... I feel like I need to wait for something. So this sets the window. Moving to the element. Find element by selector body. Wait. So I shouldn't have to do anything. I should be able to await driver, switch to frame. Let me get into... I want to like pause for a second. Maybe give the web page a second to load. So WebDriver, how do you do this? There's Java, JavaScript. Wait. Get element by text. How do you do wait? It's going to find an element. Explicit wait. So JavaScript. Here's the wait. Document initialized. Is that kind of a built-in thing? Sure, let's try it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just copy pasting things and hoping things work. I need to actually dig into Selenium Webdriver and figure this stuff out. Crap, I keep hitting the wrong thing. There we go. Do this instead. Gonna wait. Okay, so that method is not defined. Oh. Okay, I see what it's doing. So it's just executing some function here. I think set timeout. JavaScript set timeout. No, it's probably not going to work. Document initialized. Driver dot wait. Is there a way to browser manipulation? I'd like to wait for the embed element to load or whatnot. Actually, I'd just like to sleep for a second. I don't know if there's a way to make driver.get, get the current URL, alerts, prompts, confirmations, support classes. What are the support classes? Web elements, page loading strategy. It's this page loading strategy I need to figure out. Document ready state. driver.navigate.to. So this will normal. This will make Selenium WebDriver wait for the entire page is loaded. When set to normal, Selenium WebDriver waits until the load event fire is returned. By default, normal is set to browser if none is provided. What is this code here? Okay. Selenium WebDriver, new capabilities. Caps.set page load strategy to normal. So what's this stuff? All right, give this a try. I'll just hack this in. Maybe it happens in the before each. I don't know. New capabilities. Caps.set page load strategy to normal. I don't know. And I guess according to this code, wait new builder with capabilities. For browser Chrome build. Okay, I guess I need that code too. Oh, I see. So it should be up here instead. Okay. So Control X, put this up here. What I'm trying to do is make sure the web page is waiting. So I'm going to set this load strategy here for browser with capabilities right here. So if I add this to all of this stuff before the for browser part, and I can get rid of this code here, maybe, just maybe, this will wait for the entire page to load before the switch to thing happens. So now let me get rid of this. Don't need it. And let me get rid of all this code. I don't think I need any of that. Okay, let's see how this does. If this doesn't work, then capabilities is not defined. New capabilities. So where is capabilities? Oh. Builder. Add capabilities. No such frame. Okay. I'm sorry I failed on this one. I wasn't able to do it. I feel though that with this ought to be, I'm already at the hour point here. I kind of feel like this, I need to really learn more about the Selenium WebDriver stuff more to get it, but I'm sorry, with Nightwatch, vanilla Nightwatch, I wasn't successful at getting things to switch to an embed. I am sorry. I have a feeling though that if you use the Selenium WebDriver stuff here, you can do it. I want to do a quick look for webdriver.io. I haven't used that. That's something else that I'm not going to go into it here, but webdriver.io. And the API for that might have something. I don't know. Could have something switch window or frame. So elements. Mock. No. Protocols. Okay, I'm not seeing that. I'm less familiar with WebDriver.io than I am Selenium WebDriver, so that this might be off or not. But I was hoping there'd be something in here that'll let you switch the frame. but I'm not seeing it on first glance. I don't know what that shadow stuff is. So, yeah. I failed. I failed you all. No, I just need to spend some time and actually learn some Selenium Webdriver. And I think using the Selenium Webdriver stuff is like whatever Nightwatch can't give you, probably Selenium Webdriver using that directly will. It's a very new part of Nightwatch, so it's something I am presently learning. I haven't devoted a lot of time to it yet. In fact, I'm still kind of struggling wrapping my head around it, but expect more live streams trying to figure this out. But unfortunately, Gurpreet, yeah, so far I don't think this getting the embed stuff with Nightwatch is possible. There might be some other trick I don't know about, but from what I'm seeing, it's not possible. You should have been able to use the frame thing. I don't know. You can probably do some really crazy trick, such as use the execute script thing to find this embed and change that embed to an iframe. But you will be changing the source code. But you can do that with execute script. You can get into the DOM, find this embed, and change it from an embed into an iframe. And that'll let you do that switch frame stuff. That's probably something I would hack and do if I was up against the wall and really needed to automate that. So I'm going to reply to your question and send you this video. I'll ask you if that's something that you'd like me to cover. That's something I definitely can do, is figure out how to change the DOM to suit the tests. I don't like it. I think when you change the DOM, you're probably changing the product and not quite testing the product. But in this instance, I think when you don't have a choice, then... And I guess, yeah, I got to keep hacking away. I really felt like the frame API would have worked here. I still feel like it should be working, and I'm confused why it's not. But I'll keep hacking at this, Gurpreet, and see if I can come up with an answer for you. But yeah, that's me trying to figure this stuff out. I'm actually happy about this. I'm getting I like seeing what is or isn't available and knowing that there is a challenge here to get this to work. It's going to play in the back of my head. I'm not going to be able to like sleep until I figure out how to hack this. But I'm not going to do it here on the live stream because it's going to be a lot of me going, so no one needs that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Probably caused more questions than answers during this one. Yeah, just also kind of showing the process of how to play around with Nightwatch and work around issues like this. So hopefully you get some value from that there are probably different ways of hacking around things. Like I know there's been a question about move to element. Currently there's a bug with Nightwatch that in Firefox and Nightwatch, or Firefox and Safari, that move to element call doesn't work. So there might be a way of just invoking that Selenium Webdriver directly and making it work for those two things. I think Vlad, you had a couple questions on that. Vlad is another student who's been asking a few questions. So I'm thinking that was something I'm going to cover. I was hoping I'd be able to have time to cover that today, but I got into the weeds with this. So yeah, more research. I think the Selenium Webdriver stuff is kind of the way of hacking through Nightwatch. But thank you for watching. I really appreciate you watching. Again, I'm trying to do this once a week. If you have questions, please hit me up, say something in the chat, or you can send something to me. Let me bring this up real quick. Whoop. You can always go to my Twitter. So that's Twitter, ActionQA. So at ActionQA, hit me up with some messages there. Hopefully no one asked me any questions. No, good. All right. I didn't check it before the meeting. I'm so bad. But yeah, ActionQA, Twitter, and ask me a question there. Or, you know, if you're on my Udemy courses, feel free to ask a question there. And, you know, please go up and sign up for my email list here. And I'll try to, like, you know, keep it down to, like, once a week, send you an email. Hopefully include some tips or, like, new videos that I'm putting out. In addition to this live stream, I'm going to be sharing some new content as I create it from my course. So you get to see previews of the course, new course I'm working on as I go. So please throw your email address in there, and then yeah, drop over to Udemy. I got this Nightwatch.js quick start guide. That's for free, so you can just start using Nightwatch in 1 hour. And then I got a more in-depth 4-hour course here. It's the web automation testing for beginners using Nightwatch.js. It gives you a very easy introduction into Nightwatch. It doesn't go into the woods with the Selenium Webdriver stuff that I was just doing, but it'll get you started using it and looking at the APIs and having fun with Nightwatch. So thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. And go out there, find some bugs, write some tests. All right, take care, everyone. Bye.